air compressor. Below is a checklist of things. Below is a checklist of things that you should check every time you maintain your air compressor. Typically, this relies on operating hours, so consult your owner's manual to see specific maintenance schedules. Check the oil. This is very important for any engine, large or small. If your air compressor takes oil, make sure you check it before you start it up each time. If the oil is low, you could find yourself doing serious damage to the compressor. Whenever the oil is low, top it off. Remove moisture and contaminants. Filters, dryers, oil separators, and even the air tanks collect water, oil, and other contaminants from the air. The only way these contaminants can operate effectively if you drain the waste from them. It should be done every time you have finished using the air compressor, but needs to be inspected closely during maintenance. Replace the air filters. Frequently check all of your filters and change them if there is heavy buildup. If you rarely use your air compressor, change the air filter every 3 to 6 months for optimal performance. If your air filter is dirty, your air compressor will work much harder to do its job, and even worse, you will run the risk of contaminating the compressor. Replace the separator element. The separator element prevents excessive use of oil. You may not want to pay for a replacement separator, but it's honestly cheaper than the rise in energy cost over time due to a drop in separator pressure. For every 2 psi of the separator pressure drops, your energy cost can increase by 1%. Periodically replacing your separator element will keep your compressor healthy and reduce how much you are spending on energy cost. Clean the fuel tank. If you have got oiled compressor, you will need to clean fuel tank during servicing to ensure it remains clean of gunk and contaminants to continue running effectively. Safely shut down features. At a minimum, this should be done each time a compressor is fully serviced. Run through your company's safety procedure and follow protocol to ensure the compressor will operate correctly according to the plan. Diesel generator. Lubrication service. The engine oil must be checked while powering off the generator at regular intervals using a dipstick. Allow the oil in the upper portion of the engine to drain back into the crankcase, and follow the engine manufacturer's recommendations for API, oil classification, and oil viscosity. Keep watching the oil level as near as possible to the full mark on the dipstick by adding the same quality and brand of oil. Cooling system. Check the coolant oil level during shutdown periods at the specified interval. Must be noted these points. Remove the radiator cap after allowing the engine to cool, and if necessary add coolant until the level is about 3-4 in. And a more critical role in balancing. Diesel engines require a balanced coolant mixture of wear, antifreeze, and coolant additives. Coolant additive. Examine the exterior of the radiator for obstructions and remove all dirt, grimy, and foreign material with a soft brush or cloth with caution to avoid damaging the fins. If available means, use the low pressure compressed air or a stream of water in the opposite direction of normal airflow to clean the radiator. Fuel system. This is the important point when it comes to the maintenance of diesel generators. The diesel is subject to contamination and corrosion within a period of time is 1 year, and therefore regular generator set exercise is highly recommended to use up stored fuel before it degrades. The fuel filters should be drained. The fuel filters should be drained at the designated intervals due to the water vapor that accumulates and condenses in the fuel tank. Better check regularly. Testing and fuel polishing may be required if the fuel is not used and replaced in 3 to 6 months. Testing batteries. If the batteries charges reach the dead end level is a common cause of standby power system failures. The battery must be kept fully charged and well maintained at an all-time 40% to 10% to avoid regular testing and inspection to know the current status of the battery and avoid low battery levels. Routine engine exercise. Regular exercising keeps the engine parts lubricated and thwarts oxidation of electrical contacts, uses up the fuel before it deteriorates, and helps to provide diesel generator maintenance to reliable engine starting. Engine exercise is recommended to be executed 15 days once or 25 days once for a minimum of 30 minutes. Keep your diesel generator clean. Maintain your engine all time nice and clean because it will be taken care of oil, drips and other issues. Check day by day hoses and belts that are in good condition or not. Frequent checks can keep better conditions and other nuances from nesting in your equipment. Exhaust system inspection. In case of any leaks along the exhaust line, which usually occur at the connection points, the welds and the gaslets, find the place of leakages and repair them immediately by a technician.